be better than him that night. 36 minutes, I gotta be better than him.
Got my tool bag and I went to work.
Tough for Tank. I feel like Lamont is going to show us who Lamont is.
Gervonta Davis responds confidently to Lamont Roach's latest training footage, showing no signs of concern over his opponent's preparations. Many fans are already predicting another knockout victory for Davis, but the champion himself isn't fixated on how the fight ends, whether by decision or stoppage. Instead, his main focus is delivering a thrilling performance that excites both the crowd in attendance and viewers at home. Davis understands that knockouts can boost a fighter's profile, but for him, it's about demonstrating his complete skill set inside the ring. If a knockout happens, it's simply a bonus. Ultimately, his mission is to take full control, dominate the action, and once again prove why he's regarded as one of the most dangerous and skilled fighters in boxing today.
I don't really know about the rounds, like me, I just want to put on a great show. You know what I mean? Once I put on a great performance, I feel good, I'm good. I don't care about if I get the knockout or not. But if I get the knockout, it's lit. I'm just here to put on a great show. Make sure it's a great event. Come March the 1st, make sure everybody in the building is satisfied.
Gervonta Davis believes one of the biggest misconceptions about him is that fans only recognize him for his knockout power, a reputation his record certainly supports. However, Davis feels his overall boxing abilities are often overlooked. He highlights that his footwork, hand speed, and especially his precise punch placement are just as crucial to his success. According to Davis, many opponents assume his power alone carries him through fights, but it's his accuracy and ability to land clean, well-timed shots that make him truly dangerous. He understands that boxing is all about adjustments, and for 36 minutes, his only job is to outthink and outperform Lamont Roach. Confident in his training and ability to adapt, Davis urges fans to tune in on fight night to witness his complete skill set, whether the fight ends with a knockout or a dominant decision. No matter the outcome, Davis is ready to make a powerful statement.
I think everything is underrated. I don't think people really believe I have good skills. I think they believe I have power. But I would say my footwork, yeah, I got pretty decent footwork. My hand speed too. No, my placement of my punching. That's what people sleep on. They think it's just power, but it's accuracy. For real. Just gonna just be better than him that night. 36 minutes, I gotta be better than him. Only 36 minutes. Watch my fight against Lamont Roach on pbv.com.
Lamont Roach's path to a showdown with Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been built on resilience, relentless effort, and the determination to bounce back from every setback. Each obstacle he's faced has only fueled his hunger, shaping him into a tougher, more complete fighter, ready for the biggest opportunity of his career. At one point, Lamont Roach faced a tough loss that left him mentally and emotionally drained. It was a challenging moment that tested his mindset as a fighter. As he headed back to the locker room, the disappointment was clear. But his team reminded him that one loss doesn't define a career. It's how you respond that matters. Instead of letting it hold him back, Roach used that experience as motivation to improve.
Me down, you know what I'm saying? We fail as a team, and it ain't going to define us or stop our journey, you know what I'm saying? We will get back here, and next time we will win it.
After I got up off my ass and was like, all right, this ain't where you supposed to be. Let's go show them. Let's go show them where you supposed to be at. I got my tool bag and I went to work.
It wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. It was a big lesson that we learned and took from it and made him a much better fighter.
Determined to prove he belonged among the best, Lamont Roach dedicated years to relentless training. He didn't see his loss as failure, but as a lesson that would make him a better fighter. After 4 years of hard work, Roach earned another shot at a world title, this time against Hector Luis Garcia. Once again, he entered as the underdog, with many doubting his chances. But Roach silenced the critics, capturing the WBA junior lightweight title in one of the proudest moments of his career. The feeling of redemption was powerful. He had sacrificed, stayed focused, and finally reached the top. Now, as he prepares to face Gervonta Davis, Roach is fully embracing the challenge. He respects Davis' incredible power, speed, and skill, but he refuses to be intimidated. Roach believes he has those same tools, and on March 1st, he's ready to prove it. With complete focus and confidence, Roach is determined to shock the world and defeat one of boxing's most feared champions.
Tank is a tremendous fighter. Tank has tremendous power. Tank has tremendous speed, agility, whatever the case may be. But little do everyone knows that I do too.
Let him keep talking. Just let him keep talking, man. We working. World champion for a reason.
They gonna see. I don't give a fuck about what y'all gotta say. That's why I'm here, right here, in this position right now. That's why I'm going to be on top of the boxing world. That's why I'm gonna spoil whatever y'all think gonna happen March 1st.
Trainer Greg Hackett has issued a warning to Gervonta Davis ahead of his fight with Lamont Roach, making it clear this won't be a walk in the park. Even though Davis is the heavy favorite, Hackett believes Roach has the skills to make the fight competitive, especially through the early and middle rounds. He predicts that Roach will give Davis problems in the first half of the fight, thanks to his smart approach and tight defense designed to avoid Davis' signature power shots. Unlike some of Davis' past opponents, Hackett expects Roach to hold his ground in close exchanges, mixing in quick hooks and uppercuts whenever Davis opens up for a big punch.
Lamont's still going to be tough. Tough for Tank. I feel like Lamont is going to show us who Lamont is, but it's going to unfold later in the fight, like around between 8 to 10. And I think Lamont get hurt to the body, and then Tank finish up top and stop him like in the 10th round. I think that because I think Lamont is crazy enough to trade with Tank. I think he's smart enough to be in there with him, and his style is more, more suited for a Tank because it's a tight style. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. I gotta stand up. Tank. If you watch Tank, right? Tank make them little short movements and make a little explosive move where he might pull something, right, for a quick second.
Hackett believes the fight will open with both fighters finding success, with the action likely going back and forth through the first 6 rounds. But as the fight moves into the later rounds, Hackett expects Gervonta Davis' power and experience to gradually take over. He predicts Davis will hurt Roach to the body around the 8th or 9th round, eventually setting up a stoppage in the 10th. One key factor Hackett emphasizes is the stage itself. Roach has been in high-level fights before, but this is different. Stepping into the ring against a global star like Davis, under the brightest lights, comes with a level of pressure Roach has never faced. Hackett believes Roach may handle it well early, but the non-stop intensity of fighting Davis could wear him down as the rounds progress. In the end, while Hackett respects Roach's skills, he sees Davis' power, experience, and ability to adjust as the deciding factors. That said, he warns Davis not to overlook the early rounds, where Roach's technical ability and smart game plan could make things uncomfortable before Davis fully settles in.
A big shot. This I'm talking about the knockout punches. Lamont's style is here. It's a tighter style. When Tank go to open up, I think Lamont can land little hooks, little right uppercuts, little shit like that. That'll make it a good fight. So with that being said, Tank gonna have to be careful, but I think it's gonna make Tank smarter because he got to go in there and use the skills. I see them going back and forth for about 6 rounds, and then I think Tank can start taking over a little bit, but then hurt him, like I said, with a body shot in the 8th, 9th, stop him in the 10th. I just think it'll go that way. I have no disrespect to Lamont. I like Lamont, but I think the pressure, I think all of that on top, man, it's going to be a little bit too much. Not too much like he can't handle it, but we got to be honest, he's never been here. He's been there in title fights. He's never been here. It's a little different. It's a little different. You know what I mean?
The criticism that this fight has faced since the rumor started and then since the announcement.
Gervonta Davis is focused on delivering an impressive performance against Lamont Roach, rather than stressing over how the fight ends. While many expect him to score another knockout, Davis isn't fixated on chasing a stoppage or settling for a decision. His top priority is giving fans an exciting show and making sure everyone watching, in the arena and at home, enjoys the event. Davis understands that knockouts are exciting, but for him, the real goal is to display his complete skill set. He feels people often overlook his overall boxing ability, focusing only on his power. In reality, Davis believes his footwork, hand speed, and precision are just as vital to his success. What truly makes him dangerous isn't just his strength, it's his ability to land clean, accurate punches at the perfect moment.
People have been talking about, Tank saying that he wants to retire, get himself mentally right. I mean, what went through your mind when you heard that? Because, some people can say, oh, if you win, it's an excuse. He wasn't right in the head or whatever. And at the end of the day, I mean, they might try to discredit you. Is that a concern for you, or is just, just
Hell nah.
you're going to show it off anyway?
Hell no, ain't nothing. It ain't no concern for me. Shit, I'm doing what I got to do. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're preparing for the best tank that there is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to. So, and if we don't, then we'll be doing ourselves. I'll be doing myself a disservice. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what. I don't. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. I don't care what anybody else say. At the end of the day, it's me and him in the ring. It's me and him competing against each other. So, whether, you know what I'm saying, if I'm the best man that night, I'm going to be the best man that night. Or no excuses. Nothing else. So, yeah, for sure. And then, as far as him making those remarks, he might really do feel that way, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, people look at boxers and forget that we real people, like regular people.
Davis knows that boxing is a sport of constant adjustments. For all 12 rounds, his only goal is to be better than Roach in every area. He trusts his training, his experience, and his ability to adapt. And that confidence makes him certain he'll leave the ring victorious. No matter how the fight ends, Davis is determined to make a statement. Whether it's a knockout or a dominant decision, he wants to remind the world why he's considered one of the best in the sport. Fans can expect an action-packed, entertaining fight as Davis steps into the ring ready to prove his greatness once again.
That's it. Especially the ones who don't know shit about boxing. It's okay. Other than that, it is what it is. And that's 99% of them. I'm okay with people giving their boxing opinion or whatever the case may be, but then it's just all right, he's this, he's that, he's gonna, whatever. All right, we'll see.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, you show it in the ring, and that's the easiest way to shut them all out and shut them down is having you succeed.
Yeah, for sure.
Lamont Roach speaks with confidence when discussing his place in the boxing world, making it clear that stepping into big fights against elite opponents is nothing new to him. While some might view facing Gervonta Davis as an overwhelming challenge, Roach insists it feels natural, like this is exactly where he's meant to be. Reflecting on his journey, Roach highlights how he's always competed at the highest levels. From becoming a national champion as a young fighter to constantly testing himself against top competition, Roach's experience spans every level of the sport. Even as a teenager, he was already stepping into the ring with grown men, sharpening his skills against seasoned fighters. His time with Team USA and success in international tournaments only strengthened his confidence, proving he could thrive on any stage. Signing with Golden Boy Promotions straight out of the amateurs was further proof that his talent was undeniable. While many fighters worked their way up through smaller, local shows, Roach was immediately recognized as a future star. For Roach, this fight isn't just a once-in-a-lifetime chance, it's the next step in a career built on hard work and belief. The bright lights don't intimidate him, they motivate him. Roach firmly believes this is the moment he's been preparing for his entire life, and now he's ready to show the world that he belongs among boxing's elite.
It ain't intimidating, it ain't, I'm here. This is where I'm supposed, like I said, this is where I'm supposed to be at. This is my time, this is my moment, whatever it can be. And that's every time, not just now, but every time. So I'm used to it. I've been at this since I was 9. I've always been amongst the best. Since I've been a national champion my first time, I've always been amongst the best. Always been a national champion. 11 and 12. We got age groups, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Open, men's division. When as a youngin', 17, I was being grown men, 17, washing them. I was on the USA team, international, medal international. I've been that. Professional, got signed to Golden Boy, straight out the professionals. No dissing to no local fighters or none of that, no local promoters, none of that. But I got signed to one of the best promotional companies as soon as I turned pro at 18.
Lamont Roach takes pride in the path he's traveled as a professional boxer, a journey that began when he turned pro at just 18 years old. Unlike many fighters who spend years climbing through smaller shows, Roach was thrust onto some of the sport's biggest stages right away. He believes that early exposure to high-level competition helped shape him into the fighter he is today, fully prepared for the spotlight he now finds himself under. With 2 decades in the sport, Roach has built an impressive record, with only 1 draw and 1 defeat. He acknowledges that in today's era, losses are more common because fighters are being tested in tougher matchups. He contrasts this with the past, when protecting an undefeated record often took priority over taking risks. Roach sees how the sport has evolved, driven by fan demand and social media pressure, pushing top fighters to step into meaningful fights earlier in their careers. In modern boxing, it's no longer about padding records against easy opponents.
I was fighting on big cards, Bernard Hopkins, Triple G, David Lemieux, Canelo, all that. I've been groomed to be right here.
And it's 20 years.
20 years.
20 years, and we got 1 draw and 1 loss on the record. It seems that it's becoming more and more common because I feel as though all these boxers are desperately trying to hold that 0.
Yeah.
But now the world with social media and everything involved and people getting more involved in boxing day by day, it seems like they're forcing the fights that are saying, well, you're going to go up against this guy. It's not just fighting just some random boxer anymore. So now you have that 1 loss on your record. Did that bother you? Does it bother you when you think about it, thinking like, damn, I got 1?
It don't bother me now. It bothered me when it happened.
Gervonta's a smart dude, bro, and he said you really should have waited.
No, you should have waited. You should have waited for a little bit more time. You stuck your head out there a little too soon.
And he was right. He was absolutely positively right.
Oh, left uppercut.
And so now here we are, him fighting this cat Roach, and I'm like, isn't this dude like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight. Yeah.
No, bothers me. The reason why that bothers me is because Gervonta is too great and too skilled to be fighting dudes smaller than him. Gervonta Davis can knock out welterweights. He probably could knock out a couple of middleweights. Why are you fighting somebody smaller? Only time I approve great champions fighting smaller guys is when you're not known for your power. You're basically using your superior skill set and showing against a smaller, quicker guy that skills don't disappear.